100-pound weight loss intermittent fasting? How about just weight loss for intermittent fasting? Coming up next. Hey guys, I'm Elizabeth, Countess of Low Carb. I have lost 67 pounds through keto and through intermittent fasting. And on today's video, we're going to talk about 100-pound weight loss from intermittent fasting. And also, or maybe 100 pounds not your goal. Maybe your goal is just to lose some weight through intermittent fasting. This video, a big old thumbs up and put down below intermittent fasting in the comments if you'd like to see more videos just like this one. Comments dictate what videos I do, and also click subscribe if you want to see all things keto, intermittent fasting, and weight loss. I warn you, I've had some coffee today, so I'm going to talk fast. I know I talk fast. You can slow me down on the 0.5x volume. 100-pound weight loss for intermittent fasting. So here's the jam. I was listening to a Dr. McCullough and a Dr. Fung. Dr. Fung is the daddy of intermittent fasting. That's what I call him. You can get his book down below, The Complete Guide to Intermittent Fasting, or The Complete Guide to Fasting. It's an awesome resource. I highly recommend getting it from the library, borrowing it from a friend, or getting the Amazon copy I have listed below, because it's a wealth of information. But on this YouTube video with Dr. McCullough and Dr. Fung, they're talking about feasibly how could you lose 100 pounds through intermittent fasting. And here's the weight loss from intermittent fasting. You want to lose weight with intermittent fasting? This is the tip. You lose a half a pound per 24-hour fast. Some people think that they're going to lose like 50 pounds, myself included, 50 pounds from fasting for an 18-6. No, my friends. You're doing an 18-6 intermittent fasting, you're going to have a nice cadence, you're going to have some nice autophagy, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But 100-pound weight loss is going to come from 200 days of doing basically a 24-hour fast continuously. Your body is going to eat off the junk cells first through intermittent fasting, through autophagy, through intermittent fasting. And that's how one loses a half a pound per 24-hour period. So that's the secret. Now, some of y'all out there are like me, are big babies, and we have mental problems with not eating. And so, yeah, I'm just teasing y'all. That you need to have, you think mentally that you need to eat every 3 hours because that's what fuels our body like a car, which is such BS, by the way. 1990s mentality there. We need to deprogram that 1990s mentality. Is that it's a half a pound per 24-hour period for intermittent fasting weight loss. So if you want to lose weight quickly, if you want to lose weight safely, doing intermittent fasting works. I mean, I'll show you, let me show you a before and after picture. That's incorporating also intermittent fasting with keto. Now, to lose the weight for me with having my 67-pound weight loss has been through a pregnancy and then the passing of my daughter. Some of y'all know that story. So it's gone up and down over the time that I've been doing this, but it's been so helpful for the autophagy component. And autophagy is spelled down here, that's how you spell autophagy. Autophagy helps with loose skin, helps with precancerous scales, helps with Alzheimer's. Dr. Fung has lots of scientifically based, not woo-woo theory, but scientifically based videos as to why this is. And you can check my source on that. And I would encourage you to check these sources as well for being good stewards of research. But intermittent fasting through weight loss, it helps tighten the skin so you don't have this jiggle skin, which I know from having gone up and down of weight my whole life. When I've done things like calorie restriction, this is totally different. Intermittent fasting is different than calorie restriction. So coming from an eating disorder background, I was very scared and afraid of having this calorie restriction. It's not, because you have boundaries of eating windows and fasting windows. And so when you have this 24-hour fasting period of where you lose a half a pound in a 24-hour period, and some people, by the way, let me do a little disclaimer on that. Yours is going to be different if you've pooped, if you've had a lot of water. I mean, there's lots of factors into that, but that's the main component. Results may vary, folks, but that's the main component on average, is a half a pound per 24-hour period on that. And then usually with fasting, I lose in the nice spike. So if your scale's all over the place, my encouragement to you would be put the scale away. I weigh myself but once a month. People want weekly updates from me. You will never see that from me. I weigh myself once a month, and that's from an eating disorder background. If I get fixated on that scale, whoo, I'm in trouble, doggies. And so for good, solid weight loss that doesn't come back later on, intermittent fasting gives very, very clear-cut boundaries. You don't have to do this calorie restriction, which doesn't work. And Dr. Fung has talked about this before about this component of 200 days of 24-hour fasting, which I would not recommend, right? Like for some people, the max that they could do would be an 18-6, 18 hours of fasting, a 6-hour eating window, or a 16-hour fast, an 8-hour winding. But my encouragement to you would be to try OMAD, 1 meal a day. OMAD is 1 meal a day of fasting for 24 hours and eating 1 meal. It's amazing. It's incredible. And if you're struggling with the ketogenic way of life, of losing weight with that, I would strongly encourage you to start weaving in some intermittent fasting in your weight loss process. Once I did this, it was a game changer for me. So I have down in the description link below some free printables. If you're visual like I am, I needed to have some sort of tracking, some sort of encouragement. But the reason why we don't hear a lot about intermittent fasting, and Dr. Fung talks about this, is because there's no money to be made in intermittent fasting. So food manufacturers, other weight loss gurus don't want to talk about it because you're not eating anything and you can't consume something that they sell you. So this topic of losing weight quickly through 100-pound weight loss through 200 days of basically fasting is not frequently talked about because people don't make money off of it. So I would encourage you to start testing with your body, start testing what feels comfortable. Obviously, Dr. Fung talks about if you're elderly or if you already don't need to lose that much weight, your fasting times are going to vary. For me, my highest fast I've ever done is a 50-hour fasting window. It was when I was in competition with Dr. Kendi Berry. But I like doing an 18-hour fast, a 16-hour fast, a 24-hour fast most days. And I fast 6 days a week. I do give my body 1 day of rest to eat whenever I want. And that helps my mental as well as my physical too. So if you have questions on fasting, please put them in the comments below. I like to have a dialogue with folks on YouTube. It's not where I'm just talking through a video. I like to interact with y'all in the comments. So put your questions below and also put intermittent fasting in the comments if you want to see more videos about this in addition to my keto way of life, in addition to my 100-pound weight loss journey. I would love, to have that dialogue. Put that in the comments below. Make sure you give this video a big old thumbs up and make sure you click subscribe. If you want to be on my free weekly keto meal plan email list, I'll put the description link below too I'll put that in the description link so you can sign up. Or my warrior necklaces. Those are the Countess of Low Carb jewelry collection. I have them in silver or gold. We're warriors. So I look forward to seeing you guys in the comments and seeing if you have other questions. And let's do intermittent fasting, my friends, for weight loss, of that you can lose weight through intermittent fasting safely, beautifully, and without loose, saggy skin. Goodness. Okay. Hey guys, I've lost 67 pounds. Give this I'm on a roll today. Give this